Okay, and we're going to need a block. Oh, my screen's telling me something. Am I on mute? What's it telling me? Oh, it's gone. Can you hear me okay? Jane, Pauline, yeah, okay, super. Right then, so we're starting down on the ground, hands and knees. Spread your fingers. And 3, plain cat cow. So the front of your body extends as you inhale. The back of your body extends as you exhale. Front of the body, that means the spine's in extension. Back of the body means the spine's in flexion. One more, inhale, lengthening front. Exhale, rounding the back. Knees closer. Then send your right leg out behind with the inhale. Knee under as you round your back. 2 more, leg out behind. Let it lift a bit higher than your hip. Knee tucking tightly under as you round your back. One more full one. Leg extends, inhale. Knee to the floor, exhale. Leg extends, inhale, left. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, so your head and spine on your pelvis. Basically, the whole of your body continues with the cat-cow. You've just added this leg in. 1, inhale. Exhale, knee down to the floor. Sit your bottom to your heels. Make a pillow with your forehead, with your arms for your forehead. And come up to a high kneeling position with your knees hip distance apart. And upright from your knees, hips to shoulders in a straight line. As you lean back, your arms come forwards, keep the straight line. And as you come upright, arms press back with a little squeeze. Inhale, arms reach forwards. As your arms go back, feel like you're trying to reach your fingertips to your heels. Inhale. Exhale, push back and a little squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. We're back on. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's probably because I'm outside. Can you hear me again? Fiona? Yeah, thank you. Hopefully you just carried on and did these. So now as you come up, interlace your hands behind your back, roll open your shoulders, and then take the top of your head down to the floor, lifting your arms up toward the ceiling. If you can't get them to come up, you just try and interlace your hands on your lower back and get them off your back the best you can. No straining, just wherever your shoulders allow you to go. And then hands down by the sides of your head so you can push your head off the floor and come down onto your tummy. We're going inside because for some reason it's not working out here. So I'm going to just take us in instead and then not have to bother with coming on and off. Sorry about that. There we go. All good? Can you see me? Hear me? Pauline? Yes, thank you. Right then, so where were we? Did we get to where we're lying on our tummy? Yeah, lying down on your tummy. Forearms out to the side so you're in a cactus shape. Head on the floor. Lengthen your legs. Engage the legs. You are just going to lift your arms, nothing else. Inhale. Exhale, your arms float off the floor. Inhale, your arms lower back down. Exhale, arms lift. Inhale, arms lower. As your arms lift, feel the connection to your core. So we want to feel that the core, that's your abdomen, your back, your pelvic floor, even a little in your buttocks, is engaged as if to support the lift of your arms. Leave your forearms on the floor. Now you're going to lift just your head and chest. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. The forearms remain on the floor, but you're not pushing. Inhale to lower. 3 more. See if you can keep the legs engaged so your legs stay straight. Inhale, lower. 2, lift, keeping your belly narrow, like your tummy is staying light on the floor. And 1. Let's try 5, both together, arms and head and chest. Lifting. And if it feels too strong, then you can just do either arms or just head and chest. 4. Inhale, lower. It doesn't have to be super high. 3, you want to feel long through the top of your head as well as lifting. 2. Feel that connection into your core to lift. 1. And lower. Your hands come under your shoulders. Push your bottom back to your heels. Child's pose. Stretch the arms out in front this time. And as you come onto hands and knees, straighten your right leg out behind. Spin on your left knee, so the left foot spins out off the mat. And lift your right arm, catch hold of your right foot. Press the hip forwards, send the knee back, stretching the front of your thigh. Extend your leg back out to the floor again. Spin on the left knee and load the right foot a little. So when you spin round, it's easy to turn your knee on the floor. Knees come together. Left leg straight. Spin your right shin out. And then lift the left leg, catch hold of your left foot. Send the hip forwards a little, knee back. When you release the left foot, it goes back to the floor. Load the left foot, so when you turn, you don't have to take too much crunching in the right knee. And then onto both knees. Lower down to Sphinx position. So your hips are on the floor, legs out long behind. So for this next one, for some of you, this might be a bit high. You've got 2 other options. You can either be on this high setting. You can be on a medium setting with your forearms in front of you like this. Or you can be on a lower level setting where your head's down on the floor on the back of your hands. Either way, I'd like you to lengthen through your spine to hug your belly in so that the lower back isn't dipping but pulling in. Okay, and then from there, get the legs stronger, straighter. Kick your right heel to your bottom for 3 little pulses. 3, 2, 1, then lengthen the leg out. Left, 3, 2, 1, extend. Top of the foot presses to the floor. 3, 2, 1, extend top of the foot down. Good, keep going with that. And as the leg pulls in, see if you can do that without the back dipping. So you stay steady in your core, in your spine. Inhale, lower. Exhale, exhale, exhale. 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 Inhale, lower. 1 more each side. Inhale, lower. And last. Inhale, lower. And again, push back to child's pose. Let's do it this time with our arms by our side. Palms up. Breathe nice and deep across the spine so you get this feeling of expansion across your back. If you're trying to stretch your body into your t-shirt or whatever you're wearing, maybe you're wearing the bikini top today, if it's so warm, stretch into your skin. Looking forwards to planks, the last one on our forearms. Forearms to the floor in front. We're going for a minute because we're only doing 1. So stretch the legs back, push out through the heels and hold. Nice and strong from heels to head. Watch out for the bottom poking up too high or sinking a bit too low. We want to press into the ground and feel that nice line where you're almost in your buoyant, effortless midline. Of course, it's not effortless, but it actually is stronger if we harder if we sink. It's easier if we lift up too high, but we're going to feel more in our arms and less in our core. Find that nice midline. About 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. Knees down, rest in child's pose. And again, your arms come down by your side. Or you can interlace the hands behind your back and give your arms a little stretch. Relax and get back down again and release. Right. Okay, so you're going to lie on your side, just facing the screen, whichever side, whichever way that means for you. Prop your head in your hand, bend your legs. Sometimes we bend our knees up in front like this, but for this, I'd like you to have it so that your knees are in front of you, but your feet are in line with your bottom behind. Great, fingers on the floor, and you can get just the slightest lift or lightness in the bottom curve of your waist. We're going for oyster. Open your knee, close your knee. As your knee opens, make sure this top hip doesn't roll back, so the bony point stays pointing forwards. If you put your hand on your outer hip, when it lifts, you should find that your fingers are still pointing forwards, and this doesn't happen where your fingers tilt up or your pelvis rolls back. Okay. Right, so we're adding on knee opens. With the leg open, extend out the leg. Heels back together, knees back together. Open, extend, bend heels together, knees back together. Open, extend, bend, close. 2, extend, bend, close. And 1, extend, bend. Adding on again. Open, extend, now lower down, lift up, heels together, knees together. Open, extend, lower, lift, heels together. These feel nice, don't they? Extend, lower, lift, not too hard. Well, I'm talking from my own experience right here, but hard enough to feel like, oh, there's some good toning going on here. We've got one left to do. Open, extend, a nice warmth building up in the hip. Bend together. Interlace your hands behind your head so you are cradling the back of your head. Open your top elbow, let your head drop into your hands as you inhale. Close your elbow back round as you exhale. Now the legs are going to want to lift or open. Just do your best to have minimal movement in the legs. Maybe you can imagine me holding your knees down. Or you could maybe think of a heavy weight sitting on the outer top knee. As your elbow opens, not only is it going wide, but it's also stretching up long away from the knee, away from the hip. We're going 2 more. Great. Place your hand down onto the floor. Push up. Bring your legs in front. Hands behind. Press into the floor through your hands and feet. Try and lift your bottom. Lower your bottom. And come onto your other side. Don't need the block yet. Trying to remind myself where I'm going. So once you're lying on your side, if it's not comfortable with your head like this, you can always drop your head down or onto your block. Let's go open and close with the oyster. So just assess, is this top curve of your waist collapsing down? And if it is, there's the slightest lift here, just so that we feel there's some under support to prevent the top side from dropping too low. We've got that little lift in the lower waist. One more from here. Okay, and then we open, we feel that little bite point on the outer hip. Extend, bend, and close. Open, extend, bend, and close. You're trying to keep your thigh bone as steady as you can when your lower leg extends out. The thigh bone tries to stay where it is. And we've got 1 more to go. Open, extend, bend, and close. Adding on, open, extend, then lower, lift, bend, together. Open, extend, lower, lift, bend, together. Open, extend, lower, lift, bend, 2 more. And again, you should be getting that nice feeling, depending upon your own definition of nice, in your leg. Extend, lower, nearly lost it, lift, bend, together, relax the legs, hands behind your head, elbows point forwards. And again, the waist might want to fall, so just feel that you can maybe push slightly down into the bottom hip and open and close. Inhaling to open, maybe lingering in the full inhale as you stretch out. Exhaling to close. Should really be no effort through the neck, your head completely supported in your hands. We are twisting the spine. 3 more. And 1. Press down into your hand, make your way up, and this time you're turning to the short end of your mat. I'm just going to face this way. Okay, and hands behind. Press down into your hands and your feet, and see if you can lift to reverse tabletop, holding it here this time. So as you press more down into the inner hands, the sides of your chest gets higher. As you press more down into your feet, the thigh bones get higher, and collectively that brings you into a flatter tabletop back. And then lower your bottom down to the floor. You're going to take your block, pop it between your inner thighs, use a cushion if you haven't got a block, and then come down onto your back. Arms by your side, we're ready for shoulder bridge, so position your feet for shoulder bridge. Nice and long in your arms, opening your chest. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tailbone curls up toward the block, and then you continue to roll up until you're in your bridge. Inhaling at the top. And exhaling as you roll your way back down. So if you find that the block is not quite in the right place for your leg positioning, adjust it when you come down and go back up again. Inhaling at the top. Exhaling as you roll your way down. Inhale at the ground. Exhale as you roll up, like the tailbone is trying to chase, point to and chase the block. And roll down. Inhale, land. Exhale, roll up. How long can you get in your lower back without lifting the upper back? Inhale. Exhale, roll down. 1 more round. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, roll down. When you come down, stay down, find neutral pelvis, keep the block there. Interlace your hands behind your head. Elbows in line with the tip of your nose. Inhale. Exhale, a baby curl. So chin lifts, look over the knees. Chest slightly curled. And now we're going into a bigger curl. So now your chest slides down toward the ribs. Ribs slide down toward the waist. And lower all the way back to the floor. So you come into a small curl. Hold it there. Inhale. A higher curl. Inhale, lower. Exhale, a small curl. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale, a higher curl. Inhale, lower. Exhale, a small curl. Try not to pull your head, rather thinking of your breastbone going into a higher curl. Inhale, lower. And again, small curl. Hold, inhale. Higher curl. Inhale, lower. I'm going to stay up this time on the small curl. And then bring your knees towards your chest with the block between your inner legs. I'm going to move the block now between my knees and try and bring the block towards your face. For 5, for 4, your bottom can lift off the floor if possible, curling your pelvis up. 2, and 1. Keep the block between the inner knees still, hug the belly down and lower your head and arms. Now try and tap your feet to the floor. Easier, a bit closer to your bottom. Harder, keep the knees at 90 degrees. Sink your belly back as your feet go down to the floor. For 3, watch out for any rising in the belly. For 2, try and feel like the skin of your lower belly is really trying to plaster itself against the muscle. For 1, hands behind your head. We're doing that again. So block towards your face. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms go down, head goes down, and tap your feet to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the block out, one hand on each knee, and circle the knees open and closed. Other way. Feet on the floor and a little sway of your knees. One way, go as low as you can, and then across the other way. Feel your knee dropping down toward the opposite foot. Helps if you've got your feet nice and wide on your mat. One more each way. Up to center. And we're taking the legs back into what would be shoulder bridge position, but we're not doing shoulder bridge yet. Bring your right knee towards your chest without using your arms. Straighten your right leg in the air without using your arms. Bend the knee again. Return your foot to the floor. Left knee towards your chest without using your arms. Straighten it without using your arms. Bend it. Foot back to the floor. So right leg goes bend, straighten, bend to the floor. Bend, straighten, bend to the floor. Right, 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 and left, 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 left. Try and keep the other knee nice and steady. Use it as a way to stretch out the back of your leg and get mobility into your hip. One more each side. Right, straighten, bend, left, straighten, bend, and pause. Position your feet for shoulder bridge and roll your bridge up. Pause, making sure you don't go too high. Press through your arms, curl and lengthen up through the tailbone as if it's chasing the block. Stand in your feet, pressing so you've got stability through the back of the arms as well. Right knee comes in, it bends, it straightens, it bends, foot to the floor. Stabilize, left leg in, bent, straight, bent. Now focus on your pelvis not dropping. Keep the hips lifted, the belly hugging in as we go right, 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 foot down, left, 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 everything else steady, right, 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 foot down, left, 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 one more each side, right, 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 firm belly, left, 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 both feet down, roll your way down. Take your block. In fact, first of all, just give the knees a little hug in. One hand on each knee, circle them open and closed, and then we'll use the block in a moment. Go the other way. And we're going to try some straight leg stuff. Just going to have to wriggle back because that plant there is getting bigger by the day. Starting to take over my mat space. Take your block between your inner ankles, just so you know, inner knees is your lighter option, as we did earlier with bent legs. If you've got it between your inner ankles, have it so that there's some block poking out both forwards and backwards. Okay, and let's have our hands behind the head to begin with. Okay, so we're looking down. It's a little easier with the chest lifted. Squeeze the block slightly so your legs straighten out and lower them down. Keep the belly firm and lift them up. 4 more of those. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. 2 more. Look at your belly. Is your belly arching up a lot when your legs go down? Is your back lifting? If that's the case, then you are going to go bent legs. Now, head and arms to the floor. Same thing. Lower, lift. If that's a bit too strong, then you come back up with your hands behind your head. 3, firm belly, lift. 2, these are strong. And lift. Keep firm hold of the block. 1, and lift. Bend your knees. Pop the block under your bottom on its flattest setting. And then straighten out your legs. So you're in a gentle body stretch with the hips slightly elevated. Relax your legs and maybe let your arms go slightly wide or overhead. Now feel there's a real freedom in your belly. Let it really feel like it's open. All right. Your legs bend, feet coming flat to the floor. Pull the tailbone up off the block and remove it. As you come down, go to a knock-kneed position and rest your hands on your belly, elbows down the floor. I'd like you to feel your belly rise with your inhale and fall with your exhale. Maybe do that without your hands on your tummy and possibly straightening your legs. Now, not just limited to the belly, but breathe so you feel there's that rise or expansion into your whole body. Even maybe you sense that the space around you shifts to accommodate your expanding body. Like you can feel there's energy around you expanding, taking up more space. There's a pulsation that you begin to get more attuned to, a sensitive attunement to this pulsation of your life, the energy of your being. Then a wiggle in the fingers and toes. Bend your legs, turn onto a side and make your way up to sitting. I'm going to finish with a short breathing practice. So sit if you need to on your block or on a chair so that you can sit comfortably in your hips and legs and very upright with your pelvis and spine. Once you've done that, bring your hands onto your tummy and take 3 belly breaths. Breathe through your nose. So breathe in, feel the belly expands a little. And breathe out, feel the belly draws back in again. Breathe in, feel the belly expand a little. Breathe out, feel the belly draw back in. One more. Now bring your hands to the sides of the rib cage and breathe into the hands on the sides of the rib cage. So the belly isn't your focus now, it's the rib cage expanding. But feel like the ribs press into your hands and it causes your elbows to go wider. One more. You're even feeling the front of your chest and the back of your chest expand with the breath. Now we put all 3 together. One hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, and be aware of your sides and your back as well. Breathe in first to the hand on the belly and feel the breath travel up to the hand on the chest. Exhaling it all out. There's that gentle retraction. No rush to finish your inhale or exhale. Another round, filling your belly upwards to your chest until you are full. Letting your breath go with no hurry, just a relaxed, long exhale, relaxing everything with it. When you're done, open your arms with an inhale. Bring your hands together with an exhale. Thank you all. Sorry about the interruption outside. I think it worked all the way through the yoga class beforehand. And then something